Okay, now we're going to cover some more advanced features here. I'm going to take this My Custom map that was made in the My Custom map tutorial set, and I'm going to show you how to incorporate some water into this map. Now, water is always present, it's just you can't see it. In fact, if we go to this water tab, alright, so by default you won't see any water because the water table height is set to -10, which is below our ground height, which is 0. But if we set it to something high like 100, you'll see the water start to show up in the scene. Now, we don't want everything drowned. I mean, I suppose you technically could. You would have, boats going through here. But we don't necessarily want this, so I'm going to take the water table and set it back down to -10. And what you could do is take the height, and I'm going to use a leveling brush, and I'm going to set the height to -50 because we know that our water is set to -10. And I'm going to take and turn on this disable attenuation, and we should see it pop down. Now you can see the water is down there. The water is translucent, so it's not going to be super blue if the ground is not very, or if the ground level is not very deep. If I set this to -100, you should start to see the blue come in a little better. Now, as it stands right now, this water is walkable by the units, because if we go to the passability, if we go look at the passability and we remove the visibility of the water, you can see that the green passability is all the way through this thing, meaning that the units are just going to walk right through it. You can go into here and set this as shallow water. And I'm going to select this shallow water under the passability brush controls, and you can paint in shallow water here. Shallow water is meant for loading for the transport vehicles. It acts, imagine it like as a beach area where units can load into the transport vehicles. Deep water is meant for only sea vehicles. Okay. Alright, so we can see our big water puddle here. Now if I take this unit and try to run him to the other side, he is going to ignore it because he can't actually get over there. Now, we could theoretically build a naval unit in here. Let me build this up. I'll get up to the point where we got a naval unit. Since we have shallow zones defined as beaches, we can load our transport vehicles with units. And that's the basics of using water.